Hey there, I'm so glad you're here watching this video today, because today I want to give you 3 of my top tips that will help you to learn to trust and focus your intuition for more breakthrough living. I also have a special announcement, because being old school and having done live programs for 45 years, I am just now launching my first online program called The Lost Sense, Intuition in You, and I'll tell you more about that later. However, on this topic, intuition, this could be huge for you guys, because when it comes to intuition, things are not always what they appear to be. You know as well as I do that often we could be fooled, our senses. We make mistakes in judgment. And timing is vitally important. Things are not always what they appear to be. So if you're in sales or an entrepreneur building businesses, you know and appreciate the value of timing. And you know that there's always a risk, and sometimes you're on the money with your decisions, you're in the right place at the right time. And some people have an uncanny knack of always being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or just going so far and getting stuck. And I've come to recognize that intuition, when it's used in conjunction with logic and with the higher thinking functions of our frontal lobes, it's a powerful, and I mean powerful, tool that will give you that added edge. Or perhaps you're a parent, teacher, coach, anyone who cares about people, concerned about making deeper, more meaningful connections so that you can help them better, understand them more deeply. Well, we hear, sure, so much of communication, though, is nonverbal. We all know that. And that's where the subjective faculties of intuition come in to help us. But how do you know what you know is accurate, or what you think you know? There's a difference between wishful thinking, fear-based thinking, and intuition that's on the money and can guide us. So many people go to casinos, buy lottery tickets, thinking, oh yeah, I feel it in my bones. And thousands of dollars later, nothing. So there are distinctions. And that's why these tips will help you and serve you and guide you. So let's take a look at these tips. 3 tips. I say they're my top because, number 1, values. It's important that your values, my values, that our values are in alignment with our goals, our aspirations, what it is we want to create, what it is we want to accomplish. Especially now with intuition. When I started way back in 1971 in the Silva organization, I was a struggling student at Boston University. I'm the guy, if you know my story, who literally turned my failures, my D's, into nearly straight A's by using the accelerated learning principles that I learned in the Silva Method. And yes, intuition played a big part. I went from being a misdirected, misguided individual, not with much, hope of the future, just sort of going along with the paces, to someone directed and focused. I love my life. This is great. I believe I was born to do this. And intuition has been such a guiding principle. Because often we have a feeling, we have a hunch, but then doubt sets in. That nagging, worrisome feeling of doubt. What if? And then we do nothing. We don't act. And if you don't act, nothing happens. So trust is so vitally important. So the first step, in order to tolerate, in order to have the emotion and the drive that's going to get you through what it's going to take to develop the ability, your values, why it's important to you, who do you serve, what is your mission, and that it's got to be in alignment with your goals, your aspirations, as they relate to the big why you want to develop your intuition. So think about it. What's that sense of purpose that you have? And I'd like you to either pause the video, or as soon as we're done, be sure to reflect on this. Second and third, to put them together, It's one thing to have wishful thinking. It's another thing to have accurate intuition. So pay attention. Pay attention. And third, journal the distinctions. It's important to learn to discern the distinctions. What's the difference that made the difference? In the Silva Method, we call them points of reference. A point of reference is an experience that I've had. When you can draw upon past experiences, it guides you to make decisions. It's an experience where you know what you know. You know what you did, what you didn't, what worked, what didn't. And you can compare and contrast. And when it comes to your intuition, maybe it was a hunch, maybe it was a feeling. Did you know that there are about 15 or more different ways intuitive messages can be received? You'll learn more about that in The Lost Sense, the new program I'm about to launch. Did you know that each of us has a dominant way of communicating, not just objectively, but also subjectively with respect to our intuition? It's important that we focus on our strengths. You'll discover and identify this with me in The Lost Sense. However, the beginning step here is journal. Actually write down your hits and your misses. And you begin to pay attention to the patterns, the thoughts, the feelings, the visual, the auditory, whatever it is. And you want to get to the point where you have a big list of evidence, successes you've had. So you can say, whoa, I know what I know. When I've had this feeling, when I've had this hunch, I know I can trust it. Psychologists many years ago identified this or called it the flow state. I love that term. The flow state is a state that we're all in from time to time where it feels like the universe has got our back and we say, thank you. Doesn't mean we're perfect, but we're making what? An increasing higher percentage of right choices, better decisions. This is important. So no one's perfect, and I don't know that anyone ever will be. So this flow state, this is our mission. This is what I want to do for you, and I'm hoping that you, with that step, and the beginning step is align your values with your mission, with your goals, with your aspirations. Why is developing intuition important to you? Think of the decisions you make every day in your life, from buying a car, from making purchases, from investing, from making decisions, from innovating, from developing new strategies, from picking a contractor who's going to remodel your home. I mean, it just goes on endlessly, and we don't always have all the facts. We don't always have all the details, all the information, and we're left with what? Integrating the logic, our rational mind with, that's right, our intuition. It makes a powerful complement. So you want to have evidence to support your conviction, and that's what you'll get by journaling and paying attention, because whatever you pay attention to, you give energy to. Whatever you give energy to will grow and multiply. Just these 3 tips alone, as you apply them and utilize them, can make a world of difference for you. So let me say, if you're finding this useful and you resonate with me and you want to take it to the next level, then you'll want to make a small investment of your time and your energy and get on board with the Lost Sense intuition in you. I am so excited. For me, I'm so excited because I'm old school. I love live trainings, and that's my favorite. Sometimes it's not practical though. So now you can, in the privacy of your home or your office, have immediate access or go at your own pace. It's an online video training that I've put a lot of time, effort, and yes, money and resources in order to be able to make it available to you. Let me tell you a little bit about it and why I think you'll want to make this small investment. Number 1, you're going to get access to 3 video lessons totaling a little over 4 hours. And I want to tell you that these videos were created back in 2009. And what's significant is 2009 was the very beginning of a renaissance, a new beginning for the Silva Method organization. So it's very celebratory. And we were upgrading what's now become known as Silva Life and Intuition System, our core foundation programs. We are the people who started it all in 1966. Our forte, our mission is developing intuition. understanding these subjective faculties and learning how to apply them so we can make a better world, so that we can make better decisions, innovate, solve problems, help people. So in this audience was a small, intimate group of about 50 people. Many of them were Silva trainers. Some of them were practitioners. Many of them, actually, most of them were practitioners. The mood, though, was open. The mood was, yes, I know this works. So you'll see, it was very playful. And that's actually another tip. When the mood is playful, you're more likely to have creative inspiration. When we're relaxed, or when we're with a group of people and there's a high level of trust, that's when the magic happens. And that's the environment I was in. Laura Silva Quesada herself, the daughter of Jose Silva, the man who started it all, was there. She's now president of Silva International. And she introduced me, a very warm, hearty, very generous compliment she offered me. She told the group that when she got on board in the early 80s, when she first started, I was one of the primary mentors for her models to get her on board professionally as a trainer in our program. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. In the lessons, you will identify, as I said, the 3 channels of communication and what do you resonate best with. You'll discover what are the 15 possible ways intuitive insights can be learned, can be received, and what you can do with them. You're going to also learn a 7-step sequence, a process of using your creativity to solve problems, to innovate using your intuition. What else? You're also going to explore and go much more deeply into not 3, but 12 focusing principles. How to activate your intuition, how to awaken it, how to further develop it, and learn to trust it. In addition to that, in these videos, there are 3 relaxation, dynamic meditation, mindfulness-based exercises. 2 of them I created. Fun with Metaphors and the self-introspection exercise. Both of these are designed, they're playful, they're fun, and they'll help you to get some meaningful insight into yourself and others, to be able to connect more deeply with people so that you can serve them. So if you're a coach, if you're a therapist, if you're a parent, if you're a teacher, if you just want to connect better with people, your clients, and you're in sales, you will find this not just a lot of fun, but very insightful so that you can connect more deeply with them and get your message across. So it's a self-awareness exercise, series of exercises. And there's more. In addition to that, there are 3 bonuses, and I might add, for the fun of it, with due respect, 1 big bonus is I'm not going to overwhelm you with a ton of information and a ton of downloads that you'll never have time to look at and probably never will. 3 that are very appropriate and very true to the program. Number 1, which is actually 2 bonuses in one, you're going to get a downloadable, complete workbook that will help you to follow along more easily. And in the workbook is not just the information that I'm covering, but the scripts of the exercises that you can then repeat anytime. You can teach to people, you can have fun with your family with them. You'll also get a downloadable set of the slides that I used in the presentation, again, so you can follow along more easily and enhance your learning experience. Second bonus, there is a downloadable MP3. It's a recording. It's a live presentation, an interview that I gave for the Silva Life folks on intuition. What else? And we talk more deeply about so it'll upgrade what we did in the video lessons. It will add even more content for you, how to develop and trust your intuition. And third, and not least, is something very dear to my heart. It's a PDF of a transcript of a talk given by Dr. O. Carl Simonton. Carl Simonton, when he was alive, was known, will go down in history, I believe, as the man, one of the key individuals for this movement now called integrative medicine, the mind-body approaches to medicine, especially with regard to cancer. Dr. Simonton was an oncologist, a cancer specialist and researcher, and he put his whole reputation on the line. He learned the Silva techniques and he began to integrate creative visualization, meditation, guided relaxation, in addition to his nutritional counseling, his psychotherapy counseling, and, of course, chemotherapy radiation, of which he thought he was working away from. And he's just got some wonderful, wonderful breakthrough stories of patients and what they did. So perhaps there's some special someone, or maybe yourself, who's ailing, who's troubled with some illness. I hope that you find that it'll inspire you and give you some ideas as to how you can utilize some of these tools to help you enhance the quality of your life. So this is not going to cost you thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. You're not going to have to travel far away. This is, like I said, available to you. You have immediate access. On this page, there's a link to the right as you look at the page. And on that link, it tells you all about the offer, more details, how you can get it. Or if you're on social media, there might be below this a link that will take you to the page that will give you more details. Either way, the one-time investment is only $47. It's an introductory offer that I'm making available. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep it there. Frankly, I'd like some feedback. Frankly, I'd like to hear from you. And that's why I'm offering it, so that more of you will get it. Share it with your friends. Let them know as you find it helpful. And of course, I'm going to stand behind this. There's no risk to you. I'll take all the risk. 30 days. Within the 30 days, give it a test drive, use it, play with it, have fun, learn as much as you can. And if for any reason you're not satisfied, then just let me know, request a refund, and it's done. Simple as that. So there's no risk to you. I'll take that. But more importantly, I kind of doubt you. In fact, I hope you're thrilled with it. So let me hear from you. Again, click on the link for the offer. Get started now, and please let me hear from you. So this is Ken Coscia signing off. Thank you so much for your patience, for listening. I went a little longer than I had intended. And I sincerely hope that the rest of your life is the best of your life. And thank you for allowing me, just in this brief period of time, to help you get a little bit closer to that.